Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Can't hear me?
Ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay. So I thought if I wish you all, you will wish me back also. Okay. Very few are there. Okay. So we'll start. We did the first five questions in the previous class. We'll start with the sixth question. The sixth question says there's a 1.5-meter tall boy standing at some distance from a 30-meter tall building. So let's try to represent it using a figure. This is a 1.5-meter tall boy. Let's say AB is the tall boy. This boy AB is standing at some distance from a 30-meter tall building. This is the meaning of the first sentence. A 1.5-meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30-meter tall building. The angle of elevation of from his eyes to the top of the building increases from 30 degrees to 60 degrees as he walks towards the building. Find the distance that he walks towards the building. That means this boy is walking in this direction towards the building. So suppose he has reached here. So let EF be his new position. Now what are they saying? The angle of elevation of the top of the building. That means if the boy looks straight, this will be the line of vision. But he is looking up. So this will be called as the angle of elevation. Now from his old position, the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. From his new position when he looks up, the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. Find the distance that he walks towards the building. That means we are supposed to find out this distance. BF is what we are supposed to find out. Is the question and the figure created clear to you? I think you need to respond in yes or no if I ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
The figure is clear to you,
Yes,
to
ma'am.
everyone? Okay. Okay. I repeat, a 1.5-meter tall boy. So AB is a 1.5-meter tall boy, and he's standing at some distance from a 30-meter tall building. So I made a 1.5-meter tall boy, called it as AB. I made a 30-meter tall building, called it as CD. Okay. Now, this boy is moving towards the building. So EF is his new position. Okay. Now, from the old position as well as the new position, He is looking up at the top of the building. So he makes an angle of elevation. And the question says, angle of elevation changes from 30 to 60. That means पहले 30 था, अब 60 है. So from the old position 30, from the new position 60. Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please
Yes.
keep responding. Don't make me feel as if I am talking to the walls of this room. Okay? Now, so we are now supposed to find out the distance BF. Now, how are we going to do it? Okay? Now, we know we are going to use applications of trigonometry, and we know applications of trigonometry will be used only when you have right angle triangles in existence. Okay? Now, let us see where the right angle triangles are. The building is going to stand perpendicular. So this is perpendicular. Boy is standing perpendicular. So these three angles are surely right angles. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are all our right angle triangles. Sorry, our right angles. So can I say that this figure is a rectangle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Because the line of vision will be parallel to the ground. The line of vision, the normal line of vision is always parallel to the ground. So we'll get a rectangle at the bottom. Okay. Now, so the BF that I want to find, my unknown. The BF that I want to find, my unknown. The BF that I want to find, my unknown, will be equal to the AE. Correct? Because it is also a rectangle. Yes?
Yes.
Same way, my DF will be equal to my E. I'll give a name there. Let's see G. EG. Because that is also a rectangle. Okay. So, that is also a rectangle. Now, why am I looking for these other options? Because my right angle triangles are lying at the top only. These are my right angle triangles. One inside the other. They are at the top. So only trigonometry can be used there only. I cannot use trigonometry down. So let us see what we are going to do. Now, let us concentrate on this triangle. This triangle. Okay. Now in this triangle, can you tell me what line, what segment CG will measure? The length of segment CG.
28.5.
Why 28.5?
Because the total length was 30 and the boy's height is 1.5. So we'll subtract it.
Correct. The entire length of this is 30 and the boy's height 1.5. This being a rectangle, this part also becomes 1.5. So CG will be equal to CD minus GD, which will be 30 minus 1.5, which is 28. Okay. So now I'll draw my rectangle again. Sorry, triangle again. This is my triangle CGE with this as 60 degrees and this as 28.5 degrees. Now, I want to find out EG. Which ratio will I use?
10.
Yes, I will use tan ratio because I have the opposite side available and I want the adjacent side. Unknown is the adjacent side and the opposite side is available. So the ratio that connects opposite and adjacent can either be cot or be tan. Any one can be used. Okay. So tan 60 is equal to CG upon EG. Tan 60 क्या है? What is tan 60?
Root 3.
Root 3.
Equal to what is GC? 28.5. And what will EG be? EG will be equal to 28.5 upon root 3. Okay. So now what did I get? I got this distance. This one. EG. Now, so EG and FD are equal. Okay, because there's a rectangle. Now let us go to the next right angle triangle. What is the next right angle triangle? The bigger triangle. A, C, and G. Now in this triangle, I have this as 30 degrees and I have this as 28.5. Now I am going to find out AG. How will I find out? Which
I'm
ratio?
same with tan ratio.
Yeah, tan ratio. This time it is tan 30 equal to 28.5 upon AG. So what is tan 30? 1 by root 3. So what is AG? AG will be equal to 28.5 into root 3. So now I have got AG as 28.5 root 3 and I have got EG as 28.5 upon root 3. Now how useful are they to me? Why did I find them out?
AG minus EG is AE.
Yes, AG minus AE is AE. So I will find out AE is equal to AG minus what? EG.
EG.
So I will get AG as 28.5 root 3 upon 28.5 into root 3. Cross multiply. So this will be 28.5 into 3 minus 28.5 upon root 3. Take 28.5 common. So you will get 3 minus 1, correct? So 28.5 into 2 by root 3. Okay. Now when you calculate this, you are going to get this AE, correct? But did we want AE?
We want BF, but it is similar. Like
Yeah,
it is the
it's
opposite sides of
equal.
rectangle.
Yes, both are equal. Being a rectangle, AE is equal to BC. So when I find out AE, I automatically get my BF. Followed? Everyone? No? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Okay. Now, the next, this one we did, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's try this. A statue, 1.6 meter tall, stands on top of a pedestal. That means I have a statue. I have a statue, 1.6 meter tall statue. Let's say 8. But this statue is not standing on the ground. It is on the top of a pedestal. That means another thing. So the pedestal is standing on the ground, like a pole or a pillar, and a statue is placed on it. So that pedestal is perpendicular to the ground. The pedestal is BC and AB is my statue. Now, what else are they talking about? From a point on the ground. So let's take this D point on the ground. The angle of elevation of the top of the statue, that means top of the statue is point A, is 60 degrees. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is B. From here, it is 45 degrees. You have to find the height of the pedestal. That means we are supposed to find out BC. Okay? We are supposed to find out BC. Now, don't we have two right angle triangles, one inside the other? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all sleeping?
No, ma'am.
Jatin, you will keep
No, ma'am.
quiet for some time. I want to know how the others are doing. Okay, Jatin?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Now tell me, what about the others? Are they there or not? Are they following or not following? What's going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So Jatin, you have to keep quiet. They are very shy when you speak.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So now we are going to start with this and we're going to find out the height of the pedestal. Now look at this figure that we have. We have a right angle triangle ADC, bigger one, and the smaller one BDC. Now we are going to make use of this right angle triangle. But every time we make use of a right angle triangle, you must have noted that we know one angle. One angle is known to us and one side is known to us. Any one side. We should know one angle and one side. But in the case of this right angle triangle, look at this. I know only the angle. I don't know any side of this inner right angle triangle. Same is the case with the outer right angle triangle. Look at the outer right angle triangle. I know one angle, but do I know a side? I just know a part of the side as 1.6, but I don't know any complete side. Understood how different this question is from the others?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So for every right angle triangle that we have been using in trigonometry, we knew one angle and we knew one of the sides. But here we have a right angle triangle in which we neither know we do not know any of the sides. We only know one angle. We should know either or two of these, either one of the angles or one of the sides. Then only we can make use of it. But as such, these triangles are of no use to us. So we have to think of some other way to do it. So what we'll do is we'll call this as x. Let's call BC or the height of the pedestal as x. Okay. So if BC is x, look at my triangle DBC, inner triangle. Now I know one side, though it's a variable, I know it at least, right? So now I'm going to use tan 45 in this. So if I take, if I take tan 45, what is tan 45? 1?
1.
Yes. So you will get that x is equal to DC. That means this is also x. Okay. So I'll get this as x. Now I'm going to make use of that in the bigger triangle. In the bigger triangle, I have AC. And this as 60. This I got it as x. What will AC be?
1.6 plus x.
Yes. It will be 1.6 plus x. 1.6 plus x. Okay. So I know the opposite side. I know the adjacent side. I'm going to make use of tan 60. So with tan 60, I can write 1.6 plus x upon x. What is tan 60?
Root 3.
Root 3 equal to 1.6x plus x. So this will be root 3x equal to 1.6 plus x. So take root 3x to this side. So will be x common, root 3 minus 1 equal to 1.6. So x is equal to 1.6 upon root 3 minus 1. Root 3 being 1.732 minus 1. This will be 1.6 upon 0.732. And you can calculate the value. Approximately it will be 1.6. They are written in root 3. Okay. So now you got the value of x. Question is a little different from what we have been doing. When we drew the figure, we realized that neither of the triangles are of any use to us because we only know the angles, we don't know any of the sides. So whatever we had to find out, we just gave it a name as x. And then we use that x in the two different triangles. And then we got the value of x. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so slowly I have to tell Ishan also to be quiet so that someone else also speaks.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. Next question. Come on. Do this. Draw the figure. Try drawing the figure. Okay. Come on. Try and drawing the figure. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 30 degrees. And the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60 degrees. If the tower is 550-meter high, find the height of the building. So we know two things when we read the question. There is a building, there is a tower. Okay. So take a building, draw a tower. Now, from the foot of the tower, if someone looks at the top of the building, the angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So what does that mean? Which one is taller, the building or the tower? That's very important. This was there in last year's board paper. This last year, matlab, abhi 2022 paper. Now I don't know which
And
one
the
is
tower is
taller.
higher.
Pardon?
I think the tower is taller
Yes, the tower is taller. Taller. Correct.
because the angle of elevation is more
Yes, yes.
from the upward.
Yes, I was coming to that. And what I was trying to tell you is in the April 2022 paper, the board paper, this question was there, exactly the same question. And many of the children made a mistake here itself. They made the building taller and the tower shorter. Now, how do you realize which one is taller? You just can't go by the words, right? You just can't go by the words. But remember, if anything is taller, you have to look up, right? When you look up, you make a larger angle. If you have to look at something that is not so tall, you make a smaller angle. So when you make a larger angle, that means you are looking high up. Okay? Zyada stretch kar rahe ho apne neck ko. So your angle is going to be larger. So that object is taller. That's how you find out. Okay? So now I don't know. As such, I don't know. I only know there is a building. I only know there is a tower. I don't know which one is taller, which one is not. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of the tower is 630 degrees. Okay. Whereas the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building is 60. So tower के लिए angle of elevation ज़्यादा है. That means the tower is taller. Understood? Yes. Okay. So if this is my building, AB is my building, and CD is my tower, then what happens? I stand from the foot of the tower. From the foot of the tower, the top of the building from the foot of the tower. Foot of the tower is this. From here, when I look here, I make an angle of 30 degrees. Whereas, angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the foot of the building. Foot of the building is this, and I'm looking at the top of the tower, and it is 60 degrees. So if the tower is 50-meter high, find the height of the building. Very easy question. Tell me, how will we do it? I want AB. I want AB, height of the building. So naturally, I'm going to make use of this right angle triangle. But look at this right angle triangle. I don't know anything, just one angle. I should know one angle, one side. But I know only one angle. So this right angle triangle is of no use to me at all. So what can I do? Can I look for something from the next right angle triangle?
And we can find out the base.
Yes. Look at the other right angle triangle. The other right angle triangle is this. I have got one angle and one side. So if I find out this BD from this right angle triangle, That same BD can be utilized here and I can find out my AB. Followed? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Very soon I have to ask Swayam also to shut his mouth up. And it will be very rude, no? So please speak up. Jatin had to keep quiet. Ishan had to keep quiet. Ishan has left. And now I'll have to ask Swayam also.
No,
to
ma'am,
keep-
I haven't left.
You have it? I can't see you. Ah, yeah, you're there. Yeah. So see, he's also keeping quiet. Jatin is keeping quiet. Very soon Swayam will have to keep quiet. So the others have to talk. Okay? This is clear to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Shlok, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Followed?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why do you sound so tired?
Ma'am, I'm not well.
You're not well. What happened?
Typhoid.
Typhoid.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, maybe you've been traveling and it's a waterborne disease, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it happened during the traveling only.
Yeah. Okay. So you're taking medicines?
Yes, ma'am.
We all wish you a speedy recovery. Okay. So this is clear. So what will I first use? Which triangle will I use first? Come on, who's going to tell me that?
BCD.
Yes, BCD. Mahalakshmi is another person who will have to keep quiet if others don't talk now. She's also been talking. Yeah. So we'll use BCD. Okay. Yes, Arya, which ratio will I make use in BCD? Arya is just there to show that she's present. Which ratio will I make use of in BCD?
10.
Yes, the tan ratio. So when I use tan ratio, I will write tan 60 equal to 50 upon BD. And how much is tan 60?
Root 3.
3
Root.
equal to 50 upon BD. So I'll get my BD as 50 upon root 3. So now when I come to this triangle, I have one side available. So which ratio will I use in this next triangle?
Tan 30.
Yes, I'll use tan 30. So I will get AB upon 50 by root 3. And tan 30 is 1 by root 3? I don't know. I'm asking you all. Huh?
Yes.
What will be AB? When you cross multiply, what will you get AB as? Come on, tell me the value of AB from this now.
50 by 3.
Yes, 50 by 3. Okay. Now, come on, next question. Try this also. Draw the figure. Draw the figure. Two poles of equal height. Two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road, which is 80 meter wide. That means there is a road, and on either side of the road, we have two poles. The poles are of equal height. This much I think everyone must have drawn. You must have drawn a road, so horizontal line, and you must have drawn two vertical lines which are on either side of it and which are perpendicular to the road, right? You must have drawn something like this, and you must have drawn two poles like this, and this must be 80 meters. So A, B, C, D. This everyone must have drawn, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what's the next question? From a point between them on the road. That means I have to take a point on the road. So let E be a road. Now what happens from the point? The angles of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 and 30. That means this point, from this point, if I look at the top of this pole, I get angle of elevation as 60, and from this pole, I am getting the angle of elevation as 30. It can be the other way around also. We have to find out the height of the poles, and we have to find out the distance of the point from the poles. So that means, in short, I am supposed to find out AB, I am supposed to find out CD, I am supposed to find out BE, I am supposed to find out DE. So much. How? Think. I only have one information, that BD is equal to 80. Nothing else other than these two angles. So how do I go about it?
We can take BE as X.
Okay. Let us take BE as X. So what will this be?
80 minus X.
80 minus X. Now what?
Now we can use tan ratios to find the height of the poles.
Okay. So if I go to the first triangle, in triangle ABE, I can use tan 60. Tan 60 will be AB upon X. What is tan 60?
Root 3.
Okay. So what will I get AB as? Root 3x. Okay. Now, if AB is root 3x, now Mahalakshmi will not open her mouth. Okay. Ho gaya. Your time is also up. Okay. Now, if AB is root 3x, which other segment will also be root 3x? Swayam will also keep quiet.
CD.
Yes, CD. Because the first part of the question told us that the poles are of equal height. So if I get AB as root 3x, I will also get CD as root 3x. Okay. Now what will I do? To get the value of x, now what will I do? Nobody? What have we been doing so far?
Pythagoras theorem.
We will take the rest of 1030.
Yeah, we can go to the next triangle. In triangle CED, we can make use of our tan ratio. Tan 30 is equal to CD upon ED. CD is root 3x and ED is 80 minus x. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3?
Yes.
Yes. Now cross multiply. So you will get 80 minus x is equal to 3x. So 80 is equal to 4x and x is equal to 20. Now once I get x, I can get everything. I can get x is 20. So this will become 20 root 3. This will become 20 root 3. Correct? This will become 20 and this will be 80 minus 20, 60. Understood how we got the value of x? Everyone? Josh, I thought you would be active in the afternoons.
I'm here.
Can't hear you. Louder.
I'm listening.
You understood?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. Which part are you not clear with? Tell me, no, I can repeat it. Nothing?
I'll just go through it again.
Okay. Ruchika is following. You need not join the class just for the sake of showing that you are there, okay? Okay. Shruti, clear? Shruti is there or not there? No. Okay. So the others can try the next question. Next question. The figures already given to us. And I think we have done a similar question. A TV tower stands vertically on the bank of a canal. From a point on the other bank directly opposite to the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degrees. From another point 20 meters away from this point on the line joining this point to the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Find the height of the tower and the width of the canal. Okay. Yeah, sounds very confusing. So we read it part by part. A TV tower stands vertically on the bank of a canal. So we know there is a canal and a tower is standing on top, on its edge, the bank. From a point on the other bank, opposite to that. Okay. So in the figure, they have taken it as point C, correct? Point C, the angle of elevation made with the top of the tower is 60 degrees. And then you have another point which is on the other side, and that is shown as point D. From there, the angle of elevation is given as 30 degrees. You have to find the height of the tower. That means you have to find out this AB, which is perpendicular, and you have to find out the width of the canal. The width of the canal is BC. This one. These two you have to find out. So, how?
Assume BC to be X.
Yes, we can assume BC to be X. Good. Like
Then
most
apply tan 30
Yeah.
to the triangle ADB.
Yes. So you will use tan ratio in the smaller triangle, right?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
yeah. When you make that as X, you will get two triangles. Triangle DAB will be like this with DB as X plus 20. And the smaller triangle inside will be ABC with this as 60 and this as X. These will be your triangles. Correct? So when I use tan 60 here, I will get the value of AB. Tan 60 is equal to AB upon BC. What is tan 60?
Root 3.
Yes. AB upon BC is X. So AB is equal to root 3x. So this will become root 3x. Now that same AB is a part of this triangle. Now use tan ratio in this triangle. Tan 30 will be AB upon BD. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. AB is root 3x upon x plus 20. Cross multiply. X plus 20 is equal to 3x. 20 equal to 2x and x is equal to 10. Once I get x, I'll get the values of all of them. Right? Got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll do one more and then you can write down. Simpler. Next. From the top of a 7-meter high
Ma'am, in the
building,
previous question, what does the width of canal means?
width of the canal is BC.
BC. Okay.
Yeah. Both the ones that I marked in red when I started. These two we have to find out. AB
Okay.
and BC. Okay. It's like that. There is a canal. On one side of the canal, there is a tower. On this side of the canal, there is a point. Another point is also on the other side of the canal. So this is the width of the canal. Followed?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, coming to this question. Come on, try drawing the figure. from a top of a 7-meter high building. The angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degrees. Larger angle of elevation, taller the object. And the angle of depression of its foot is 45 degrees. Determine the height of the tower. Come on. I want to see who sends me the figure, drawn figure. Try drawing the figure. We know there are two things in the figure, a building and a cable tower. Drawn? Okay, let's see who has sent. Okay, Jatin. Ishan has sent. Ishan, perfect. Jatin has marked 45 degrees in a little different way. Only two of you could draw the figure.
Yes.
Others are trying or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we have? We have a yes, Rishti. Correct. Okay. So I have a building and I have a tower. I saw the angle of elevation of the tower is larger, so I made it bigger. Okay. Now it is written 7-meter high building. So this is 7 meter. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower. That means from the top. So I am already from the top. I am already here. So my normal line of vision is this. From here, I am looking at the top of the tower. So the angle of elevation is 60. From here, I am looking at the foot of the tower. So the angle of elevation is 45. This is how my figure is going to look at. Okay. I am standing on the top of the building and I am looking at the top of the tower as well as the foot of the tower. Okay. Now, we are supposed to find out the height of the tower. That means we are supposed to find out this. DE is what we are supposed to find out. We all know we are going to make use of trigonometry, so we should have right angle triangles. One right angle triangle, yes, I have here. Okay. Now, a part of my tower is available with me. I know my tower is going to be how much? 7 plus something, correct? Can you see a rectangle in the figure?
Yes, ma'am.
The building as well as the tower are going to be at right angles to the ground. So automatically, I have a rectangle here. Right? I have a rectangle here. Now, if I have a rectangle and BC is 7, so what will EF be? EF will also be 7. Okay? Now, how will I find out my DE? Now, my DE, how will I find out my DF? Now, if I want to find out my DF, I know I'm going to use this right angle triangle. But in my right angle triangle, I only know the angle. I only know the angle. I don't know any side. So I still can't make use of my right angle triangle. So what will I do to get one of the sides?
Ma'am, we can take triangle BFE.
Yes. To make triangle TF.
Ma'am, we can take triangle BFE and can use tan ratio.
Yes, you can use tan ratio in this triangle. Yes. If you understand what he's saying make use of this triangle. Now, in this triangle, there is my right angle triangle. I know one side, I know one angle. So, if I use tan 45 is opposite. So, EF upon adjacent. So, BF. Tan 45 is 1, EF is 7 and BF. So I can write my BF as 7 meters. So I got my BF as 7 meters. Now use tan ratio in the upper triangle. Triangle BDF. That will be DF upon BF. What is tan 60?
Root 3.
Root 3.
Root 3 is equal to DF upon BF is 7. So DF is equal to 7 root 3. So I got DF as 7 root 3. But what was I supposed to find out?
Height of the tower.
Height of the tower.
Have I got it?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, we need to just add BF and DF.
Yes. I have to add my 7 root 3 and my 7. Correct? So if I write 7 root 3 plus 7, how many of you are going to write it as 14 root 3? Is it 14 root 3?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Then how will I add 7 plus 7 root 3?
Take
Take
7
7.
as common, then root 3 plus 1.
Yes. Take 7 common, root 3 plus 1. Put the value of root 3 and then multiply the number in the bracket. Followed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now we'll write each question. As we write, if you still get doubts, you can ask. Wait, I'll keep this scribbling so that you can later on refer, and I'll enlarge the solution. Okay, so this is how you're going to write the answer. You're going to write, let the boy or let the initial position of the boy. The language is not. Let the initial position of the boy be S. They've tried to draw the boy, that's why it's not very clear. You can just draw this way. Just a second. Okay. So let the initial position of the boy be S. When he walked towards the building and reached at point T, let T be its new position. And then you can write it down as it is given. Let AB be the boy first and PQ be the tower. Let S be his initial position and T be his final position. Like that. As you write, if you have doubts, ask. Don't remain quiet. Are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me know when I have to scroll up to the next question. Any step you don't understand why it has come or anything, just let me know. They have taken 28.5 as 57/2 just to make their calculations easier. You can keep them as it is, not an issue. This one's done. Done.
Done, ma'am.
The next one. Yes. The ladder, please. Next one is seventh question, no? Yes or no? We are to do the seventh question? Or we did the seventh question?
Ma'am, we have to.
Oh.
Ma'am, I think we did it last class. Seventh question.
We did it? I also felt so, that's why I asked.
Because I have written it.
Yeah. Anyways, those who have not written, write it down. Jatin, you can do the next one on your own.
Yes. Ma'am, what time we will have class tomorrow?
Tomorrow we won't have, you all must be having a celebration. Day after we'll have. We'll have in the
Okay.
mornings only so that there's no confusion. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Morning is better.
Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, always there's someone who says change the timing, and then there's a big discussion. We waste so much time in that. So on Thursday we'll have it usually at 7:30 or 8.
Yes.
What?
8 for the sleepers.
Okay. 8. So day after at 8. Okay. And from Monday we are meeting in school in the afternoons, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you all will not feel sleepy. Yes, Josh. Say hope. You must be happy, no, Josh.
For the most part, I'm happy, but I'll have to talk to my other outside classes teachers.
Yeah, you'll have to adjust those timings also. No?
Yeah, that's the only problem. Other than that, it's very convenient for me at least. But obviously, my
What?
parents won't let me wake up at 12 o'clock, so I'll have to wake up early anyways.
Yeah. So you can sleep on and on, go on and on as much as you want. This is done. Yes. The next question. Draw the figure for the eighth one. Yes. So the eighth one. Writing.
Ma'am, done.
Done.
Can I scroll to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Ninth question. I'll just add a few. Over. If you all be so quiet, I'll sleep off.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, Pranav, for not letting me sleep. Okay, the next question. Is there no figure? Figure's already there in the question. Always redraw the figure. Even if they're in the question, you should redraw. No need to draw the tower as such. You can just simply draw a segment. Meet, where's Lloyd? Meet is also not there. Just the name is there. He is absent or slept off. Draw the figure. I think this is the last question which we discussed today. Over. Okay, so from now I decide to behave the way you all decide. I'm going to just keep quiet till someone breaks the silence.
Ma'am, are we going to do any more questions today?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Is this over, Jatin?
Yes, ma'am.
Did we write the 10th one? Did we? Two poles
Yes,
of
ma'am.
equal height? We wrote? Okay, I have
Yes,
not
ma'am.
enlarged. That's why I said asked. I had not enlarged it. So have we written? Just check.
Ma'am, you were searching for the figure and then you just
Pardon?
you were searching for the figure and then you jumped on to the next question.
Okay. So have you written the 10th one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay then. So we'll meet day after as usual in the morning. So we'll complete the remaining questions. Do go through all the questions. If there's any doubt, do ask. Don't remain quiet in class. Okay?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye. Bye everyone.